Thank you, Wendell. Good evening, viewers. Welcome to tonight's regional news. We begin in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Volcanoes that have been quiet for decades are rumbling to life in the Eastern Caribbean, prompting officials to issue alerts in Martinique and St. Vincent and the Grenadines as scientists rush in to study activity they say hasn't been observed in years. The most recent warning was issued late Tuesday for La Soufrière volcano in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, a chain of islands home to more than 100,000 people. To this extent, the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, CDEMA, is closely monitoring the ongoing situation at the La Soufrière volcano in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The volcano is exhibiting signs of increased volcanic activity, and an effusive eruption has been confirmed at the site. The threat level for the volcano has therefore been elevated to orange. CDEMA said in a release, I quote, "Based on consultations with the National Emergency Management Organization NEMO of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the CDEMA coordinating unit activated the Regional Coordination Plan at 6 p.m. on December 29, 2020, end of quote. The Volcano Response Plan and the Regional Logistics Plan were also activated. We now turn our attention to Jamaica. The Independent Commission of Investigation, INDECOM, has confirmed a report of a hunger strike by some inmates at the St. Catherine Adult Correctional Center. The inmates reportedly launched the hunger strike in protest against harassment and abuse by warders at the penal facility. In a statement, INDECOM, the Security Forces Oversight Body, said that it started preliminary inquiries into the scope and extent of concerns raised at the prison. Allegations were also that a number of prisoners were assaulted during a search of blocks at the facility during the period. This is believed to be in response to the killing of a warder there last month. The allegations have, however, been denied by the Department of Correctional Services, which called for an independent investigation into the matter. Yesterday, INDECOM said that its personnel visited the correctional facility, conducted preliminary inquiries, and requested and received access to records. In other news, outrage is continuing to grow within the Black community in the United States after a Black Jamaican-born doctor in Indiana died from COVID-19 weeks after she alleged that she was denied proper care by a white doctor at a hospital because of her race.
This is how Black people get killed. When you send them home and they don't know how to fight for themselves. I had to talk to somebody, maybe the media, somebody, to let people know how I'm being treated up in this place.
Dr. Susan Moore, a 52-year resident of Indianapolis, Indiana, tested positive for COVID-19 on November 29 and went to Indiana University Hospital North, IU North, because it was close to her home, according to the New York Times newspaper. In documenting her condition on Facebook, Moore explained bitterly of her treatment at the medical facility. She was eventually released and admitted to another hospital before succumbing to COVID-related complications on Sunday, December 20. But it was her over 7-minute video that was posted on December 4 that went viral regarding her reported treatment by medical personnel at IU North. The video has rehashed outrage in relation to the perceived inferior medical care of Blacks at hospitals across the United States. While lying in her hospital bed with an oxygen tube at her nostrils, Moore described how a white doctor reportedly downplayed her complaints of pain, stating further that he felt uncomfortable giving her more narcotics, and she would be released.
I was in so much pain from my neck. My neck hurt so bad. I was crushed. He made me feel like I was a drug addict. And he knew I was a physician. I don't take narcotics. I was hurting.
In continuing, Moore, who spoke into her phone camera, said she was speaking out so that the treatment she endured was not overlooked. And finally, China on Thursday announced that it has granted market approval attached with conditions for its first homemade COVID-19 vaccine, which was developed by Sinopharm, marking a monumental step in the battle against the pandemic that has killed 1.79 million globally. The inactivated vaccine developed by Beijing Biological Products Institute under Sinopharm's subsidiary China National Biotech Group, CNBG, got official authorization from China's National Medical Products Administration election on Wednesday, Shen Shivi, deputy head of National Medical Products Administration, said at Thursday's press conference. The move came one day after the institute announced that the vaccine showed 79.34% efficacy and a 99.52% antibody positive conversion rate, according to interim results of the Phase 3 clinical trials. And that is all for your regional news. Thank you for joining. Back to you, Wendell.